Okay, I am I am this close. Does anybody want a computer? Because I'm going to throw it out on the sidewalk. Oh my god. And I didn't even do this. And there we go. Okay. Before I start, what's up, Hosea? I see you there. What's going on with you? It was a couple days ago I saw that there was something going on in New Zealand. You guys okay down there? I don't know if it affected you. I don't even remember what it was. I just saw something on the internet and it mentioned something negative about New Zealand. And no, not the Sam Neill thing, but like something else was going on down there. So, and I was just wondering if you were okay. In fact, one of my streams, the Fortnite stream I did, I was like, what's going on in New Zealand? But you didn't stop by, so couldn't hear it. But, this is the fourth. Let me see. Hold on. This will be the fourth Wednesday of the month of July. And by far, one of the most ridiculous months. But I'm going to leave that there because nobody cares about that. Y'all are here for comic books, and that's what you're going to see. Let's move on. Let's not deal with nonsense. And we will move on. We will start with DC. Absolute Superman. Number 21. Written by Jason Aaron. With art by Sandoval. I forgot what his first name is. Hold on. Let me consult League of Comic Geeks. Yes, this is version 2 of this stream because there was no audio previously. I don't know why. But let's see. Rafa Sandoval. Yes, Rafa. Okay, there we go. Okay, I was just curious. I didn't know if it was concerning you or anything. Kind of like there's this individual that lives in the state of Texas, who is cut off. But whenever I would see something about Texas, I'd be like, oh, something must have happened. Was that the area or whatever? I don't know, geographical areas or whatever. But, okay, yeah. I didn't know he was New Zealand until that. I thought he was British. This might be, I might actually consume 2 energy drinks today. It's been one of those days. This has been one of those weeks, to be honest with you. Between yesterday and today, like, I'm so ready for this week to be done. Good thing is, tomorrow's Wednesday, and this book, Absolute Superman, will be coming out tomorrow. As well as this, Absolute Wonder Woman. You get 2 in 1 week. Although, this is number 22. And I think Absolute Batman is also on 22. You know what? Let me adjust this because this is kind of low-ish. There we go. Much better. Okay. Kelly Thompson and Snook. See, I really hope Hayden doesn't leave, but Dylan Snook will be drawing this issue. Hayden at least did the cover. Now, Hayden will also be doing Legion of Superheroes whenever they decide it's coming out. I think in 2 months. Josh Williamson and him. But I really, truly hope he does not leave Absolute Wonder Woman. I fear that's what's going to happen. But we shall see. Absolute Action Comics. Action Comics number 1100. Keep it up. Quadruple numbers. Let's go. Let's keep going. Someone comes back. I'm not going to tell you who, but there's a character who hasn't been seen in a while, unless it's been an Absolute book. In the DCU, this individual comes back in this issue right here. There's a hint who it is on the cover. Then we also have this awesome cover by Jim Chung, who, again, needs to have a regular book. I really hope it's a choice why he doesn't have a regular book. If it's not a choice, then y'all are failing. because he needs to have a book. And this is also a foil variant, and it looks really, really good. This has to be one of the most beautifully drawn books I've seen in a while. This is Dark Knights, Heir to the Sea. Well, technically Dark Knights of Steel, Heir to the Sea, blah, 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 whatever. Written by Tom Taylor, but the art is by Riccardo Federici. And when I say this is gorgeous, did I say it was gorgeous? This is beyond gorgeous. Truly, the art in here is outstanding. Outstanding. Reiko Murakami did the cover here, but the art, the interior art, is incredible. Incredible. Trust me. Detective Comics, issue 1111, featuring story by Tom Taylor, art by Michael Janin, cover by Janin also. And if you haven't been reading this, I'm sorry, but the art in here is phenomenal. This is part 5 of the storyline Flight, and Michael's killing it. It just is. And according to this, Tom Taylor and Michael Janin bring you the penultimate chapter of this history-shaking arc. The Flash, number 35. Written by Ryan North, art by Gavin Guidry, cover by Gavin Guidry. Green Lantern, number 37. Written by Jeremy Adams, with art by Erdmanico. Thank God. Thank God he's back. Cover by Eddie Barrows, which I don't mind. But Erdmanico needs to stay and never leave again, please. Please. Harley Quinn, number 64. Oops, my bad. Justice League Unlimited, number 21. Sorry, I was reading League of Comic Geeks and Harley Quinn was next. I don't order Harley Quinn because I have nobody that buys Harley Quinn. Why? I don't know. It's a shame, but, you know. Unfortunately, I have a lot of comic books, except for the shelves that are sparse. The sparse comic books that are in my store, you know. Maybe I should buy Harley Quinn to fill out those sparse spaces. But this is Justice League Unlimited number 21. Written by Mark Waid. The art by Dan Mora. Now, mind you, I don't know what Dan Mora is doing differently in this book and another book that we'll get to later. But the art is incredible. Dan Mora's art is always good, but this is like next level. I don't know if it has something to do with the colorist or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it looks really good. DC has some really awesomely drawn books this week. Also, Fico Ossio, I think is how you pronounce his name. I don't know, but he has some art in here. I don't know what the difference is. I don't have the book near me, unfortunately. But Dan also did the cover. And Despero, as you see, may or may not be in this issue. Superman, number 40, is right here. Superboy Prime versus Manchester Black. And it says, for the soul of DC Comics. Josh Williamson and Dan Mora. This was the other book. His art. And in this book, Alejandro Sanchez is the colorist. I don't know what it is. but both of these books, drawn by Dan Mora, like he's impossibly, it looks like he's kicked it up a notch, and I don't get it. But I do want to get it because it's really good. Really, really good. Superman, Father of Tomorrow, number 3 is right here. Cover by Danny Earls. Written by Kenny Porter, and Danny Earls did the art. Inside, too. This is this could be. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's a 5-issue miniseries? I don't know. There will at least be 5 issues. So, here is number 3. Swamp Thing. This is good. Unfortunately, it is the end. There were only 4 issues of this previously unreleased arc that was never released, that was supposed to come out in '89. That's why, at least on the League of Comic Geeks, they're calling it Swamp Thing 1989, number 4. Technically, it would have been issue 91. The cover is by Rick Veitch, with art by Tom Mandrake. And it's good seeing stuff like this. It's good seeing remnants of the past, you know? Regardless of the content, whatever happens, you know, like the whole controversy was, oh my God, he went and saw Jesus and all that other stuff, you know, that's something there, but just literally seeing the art, seeing the way things were done almost, 25 years ago? It's just something about it. And here's the foil version. And I don't know why, but I like this version of it better. Like, yes, this looks good, virgin variant, etc., etc. But I kind of like this. It looks like it was drawn to accommodate this, you know, as a comic book cover. Whereas other covers, sometimes, they're just like literal works of art. This here, don't get me wrong, this looks good too. But it was drawn to accommodate the extra stuff there. You know what I mean? Like here, it's just open space there. Nothing really, you know, significant. But I don't know why, and I didn't do any further investigation or whatever, but this is Zatanna, believe it or not. Issue number 4. Cover by Jamal Campbell. Now, you will see the logo on the top, and it will also have the DC Bullet and number 4 and the UPC and blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, it just didn't have it. But I'm okay with that. Just know that this is not how it will look when you get here. Okay? There's also this gorgeous cover by Adam Hughes. And then we have this one, which is also the thumbnail, by Kyo-Young And I love his stuff. Love it. And then we have this David Tulaski cover. Cardstock. Right here. And this Mark Spears. Now, everybody's on the Mark Spears train. Or at least they were. I don't know if they still are. And his stuff is good. It's not bad. But, like, there's something about this. The way it was drawn. Like, this is something that he does with all of his covers, or the majority of his covers, where I don't want to say it looks like the contrast was turned up or something, but here it makes it look almost 3D-ish, like with the black background. In other words, I'm saying this looks good, and it does. But this was the final book for DC this week, and that is Zatanna, number 4. Over in the MCU, look at this awesome cover. This is Amazing Spider-Man. I will tell you what number in a second. 33. Unfortunately, oh wait, no, not unfortunately, because I do have resources. The resources, when I click it, will tell me. Here we go. This cover is by Ed McGuinness. I couldn't see. I should have looked at the, yeah. If I looked at the TV, I would have seen it. But, and it's also an homage. Oh, they better not do that. See, now on League of Comic Geeks, it has the Marvel, and then underneath the Marvel, the upper left-hand corner, it has the creative team, Joe Kelly, Ed McGuinness, Mark Farmer, and Marcio Menez. And on the bottom right-hand corner, where Ed's signature is, and then it says after, I think that's Steranko, there's a UPC on, oh, okay, they moved it over. My bad. Okay, yep. And it says after Steranko. So, yeah, it looks like, well, I don't want to spoil it. But this is legacy number 997. So we have 3 issues to go before issue 1000. And there will be a plethora of variant covers for that issue. Here is the Athila Fabio variant. And the David Nakayama color block blue variant in one of my most favorite Spider-Man covers, costumes. Sorry. Thanks to Johnny. This is all Johnny's doing. Johnny Storm, that is. Here we have Lee Bermejo. His, what is it? I forgot what they're calling it. Amazing. Hold on. There we go. Amazing Visions variant. We're almost done. I think we're like in 19, maybe? Maybe, no. 20, 21, 22, 20. Maybe 20. 19 or 20. But this is, yeah. Captain Marvel, Dark Past, number 4. Yes, that says 4. This is written by Paul Jenkins with art by Lucas Vernick. Cover by Lucas Vernick. And Rod Fernandez does the coloring. I really don't want to do this next item, this next comic. You know, back when I acquired the comic book store, I did realize that every once in a while, unfortunately, what I would have to do is I would have to buy, or at least order, books that I didn't particularly like, with characters I didn't particularly like, or writers or artists or whatever. And every once in a while, there's something that really tests my patience. And normally I can deal with it. And then sometimes I can't. And other times I need to just disconnect so I don't allow it to bother me. This book is one of those books. And I'm just going to say one thing. And only one thing. Chris Claremont deserves better. Okay? Being the individual that he is, he deserves better than this. He deserves better than writing for one of the worst characters created in the history of the art form known as comic books. This is one of the most trash characters I've ever seen. His origin, everything. Look at this costume. His powers, garbage. His costume, garbage. The setting, garbage. This is all garbage. And then they drag down Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont is one of the greatest writers, not just in the history of the X-Men, in the history of comic books. And it's bad enough that Marvel has him on their payroll. I mean, well, actually, that's a good thing, because I want him to keep getting money. But they bring him back to do this with this garbage character? Like, are you kidding me? And then, if this wasn't bad enough, I'm sure y'all saw the Avengers Doomsday trailer. They actually feature him more than any other Marvel character. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Stop trying to make this trash character happen, okay? It's just not. It didn't happen in the 90s. It's not going to happen now, okay? Wacker, Stephen Wacker, for those of you that might not be inside, you don't care about comic books as far as the behind-the-scenes stuff, but Stephen Wacker was just hired as editor-in-chief, promoted to being editor-in-chief. Please stop. This is not a thing that should happen. Okay? See what it says there? Wanted? I can tell you that's a lie. Straight up. And Hosea, you're lucky that I cannot post comments. That's all I'll say. Cleansing our palates with something that's actually going to be good. Up next is Godzilla conquering the multiverse, which is what he should do, because it's right. And Jerry Dugan and Javier Garron handling the writing and the art. David Marquez did this cover. And I don't know if you heard, but the girl that was in the Godzilla vs. Kong series, the 2 movies, she passed away recently. Well, she didn't pass away. She was murdered by some idiot that was driving a car and decided he was going to speed, and they got into a car accident. And she passed away, unfortunately. But this here, I'll read you the synopsis. Godzilla Unleashed, Nowhere is Safe. An unholy alliance between Null and Godzilla conquers Universe 616. And now Doom, Spider-Man, Kang, Emma Frost, Ghost Rider, The Punisher, Man-Thing, and more stand on the edge of annihilation when Doomstat rips across dimensions to capture a kaiju capable of stopping the king of the monsters, The team collides with mecha fiends, multiversal kaiju, and a deadly red skull and adamantium armor. This is batshit crazy, and I'm here for all of this. Anyways, it doesn't say that in there. That's me. But as universes burn, an unexpected ally may hold the key to survival. A bombastic, continuity-shaking launch that sheds the multiverse in true kaiju-crushing fashion. Yes, please. This is what comic books should be, okay? Crazy, fun, ridiculous. There you go. Look at this. On this cover, you got Godzilla. You got, is that Johnny? That's Johnny. You got Emma. You got Miles. You got Doom. You got Man-Thing. I mean, come on. Ghost Rider. Even though, I mean, I would prefer Dan. But, you know, hey, we got, look at this. Look at this. This is incredible. This is going to be good. And I'm pretty sure this will be a 5-issue miniseries. I think at least. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking 5. And reading the synopsis for issue number 3, like, oh my god. This is going to be great. So, it's nice to see they do crap like what we saw before, and then they do something that's going to be awesomely incredible like this. This is what I want to see. This is what a company should be right here. Here is a variant cover for you. This one is by Juan Frigeri, and this is a foil. This is a foil variant. And then we have this Nick Klein. Look at this. This is, honestly, to be honest with you, the Juan cover looks good, but this Nick Klein cover is the one that should be the variant cover, because this is just, this looks awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Jose, comments like this will get you banned from my channel. So, I thankfully I can't even put that on the screen, and I really wouldn't. But yeah, that's what would happen. Imperial Guardians is next. This is issue number 5, which I'm almost almost positive it's the final issue there. This was written by Dan Abnett with art by Marcelo Ferreira, and the cover was by Sean Izaakse, I think is how you say his name. Izaakse. I don't know. But it is number 5. You got Death's Head there. Who else is there? Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkhawk, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. But it does say that is Death's Head there, right? I'm almost positive that's Death's Head. And is that Shadowhawk on the floor there? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, sorry, not Shadowhawk. Darkhawk. Shadowhawk was Image. Anyways, JLA Avengers number 3, the penultimate issue of this 4-issue miniseries, which is a dual production, I guess, from DC and Marvel. Marvel was handling issues 1 and 3, and DC will be handling issues 2 and 4. And this here, look at this. I wish I could zoom in and show you all of the awesomeness that is on this cover, that this cover possesses, but I can't do it. But I can just tell you that this cover right here is one of the reasons that George Perez is one of the greatest artists who ever lived. Okay? This is what this man did. Every time there was a panel, he always found a way to put 4,933 different characters in said panel, and he did it with his hand. No digital bullshit, no computer effects, no Adobe, no nothing. Okay? This is all hand drawn. The man was, when you look up the definition of artist, George Perez's picture will be there. He is one of the greatest that ever lived. And it's very, and I don't want to get comparatively here speaking, because it's just a shame he passed away, because the man was an incredible artist, and by all accounts he was an incredible person. I regret, see, back in 2014, I think it was, I moved from my old location next door over here to where I am currently, and one of my customers, he was going to be doing drink and draws on our strip here, because there are like a bunch of restaurants and bars and stuff like that. And he said, since I was a comic book store, I could also participate. You know, he's like, obviously. So he said, what you should do is just see who's going to be down at convention, because there was a convention, like our one and only convention in Bridgeport that they had here down at the arena. And he's like, find out who's going to be there and just ask them, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to have this drink and draw event here. Will you want to come by, participate, blah, blah, blah. It's for charity and all this other stuff. So I did. The very first person at the top of the list, the very top, was George Perez. And when I got in touch with him, he said he had just had eye surgery, one of the many eye surgeries he had towards the end. And he's like, I'd love to, but I got to conserve my strength for the convention. And I'm like, Mr. Perez, no problem whatsoever. I completely understand. Just let me tell you, your art is incredible. Growing up, it was like Titans, super, like this man is just incredible. And yeah, and then when he was down there, since I'm the only employee here, I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I had no opportunity to go to the convention to meet him, and I'm always going to regret that, because I should have, and our paths just never crossed. And he was also Puerto Rican too, so, you know, but not that matters. I mean, his art is just, it's just, why is there nothing on the background, the bottom there? That's weird. See how there's no smoke on the bottom? Anyways, I just regret, I will always regret not doing that. But there's also a foil version of this too, with this artwork here. And his art is just incredible. Timeless. Truly timeless. Speaking of incredible artists, here we have Alex Ross, who this is, what are they calling this bad boy here? Alex Ross, 2-part connecting variant. Now, I'm pretty sure, let me see, let me just check to make sure. I'm almost positive the first part was not on issue 2, so I'm almost positive it will be on issue 4. And it wasn't on issue 1, because issue 2 had art by Dan Mora, and oh my god, there's like, I'm scrolling down, here we go. Oh, they don't, let me see, League of Comic Geeks, they don't, shoot. Yeah, okay. They do it individually, so they do, well, based on company, so they only have issue 1 and 3 here. But issue 1 also had a cover by, I believe it was Stegman, that did issue number 1's variant. Yeah, it was Stegman. And then issue number 2 had Mora, so I'm pretty sure that number 4 will be done. This will be the second part of this connecting cover, but fantastic art here too. Like, you got George Perez doing the A cover and the foil and the interiors, and then you have a variant cover with Alex Ross. Like, what more could you ask for, you know? Here we have Mark Spector, Moon Knight, issue number 6. And oh look, it's Blade. He's on the cover, and he's in the book with Mark Spector, Moon Knight. Jed McKay and Dev Pramanik, yes. Paolo Siqueira did the cover, and this is issue number 6. Let's see, is it going? Yes, it's going to at least issue number 8. Here is the DK Ruan variant, which I dig a lot. I like this one too. Marvel Zero number 1 is up next. And it says, get a taste of what's to come from the year's biggest stories and events. The road to Amazing Spider-Man number 1000 takes a big turn here as fate bears down on Peter Parker. The Queen in Black has been coronated, and Mary Jane Watson as Venom is just not ready for her. The eldest has taken control of the Hulk, but what happens next will make every past Hulk battle look like a skirmish. The heroes of the Marvel Universe assemble to take on the Red Hulk, setting the stage for this summer's Marvel blockbuster Armageddon. Plus, your first look at this summer's big X-Men event and Doom. You got Al Ewing, Chip Zdarsky, Jed McKay, Joe Kelly, Philip Kennedy Johnson, and Ryan North writing. And then you have Delio Diaz. Let's see who else is drawing here. This one is by John Romita Jr. And then you got Ivan Coelho and Nick Klein. Jeez. And then DLJs. Okay, there you go. And that cover's pretty nice too. Let's see who did the cover, shall we? I don't see where it is. Creators. Oh, I think it might be Diaz. Nope, Marco Cicchetto. Well, that explains it. Marco's always good for covers. Here we have the final issue of Moonstar. Issue number 5. Final battle begins. And I'll just leave it at that. Ashley Allen and Eduardo Aldino and Herman Peralta did the cover there. Spider-Man Long Way Home number 2. And this is the penultimate issue because I guess this could be the final issue. They only have solicitations for issue number 3. You know what? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's me. And I just need to sync everything. Because sometimes on the Comic Geeks app, if you don't sync the things, it won't necessarily put everything there. But this issue is written by Jonathan Hickman, who should be writing everything. And I'm almost positive it's a Kubert that's drawing this. Hold on, let me stall just a little bit longer while it's syncing and take a sip. Oh, it's done. Oh well. Okay, so we have Long Way Home. My bad. Jonathan Hickman, Adam Kubert, I was right. And Adam also did the cover. Will there be past an issue number 3? Probably not. Looks like this might be a 3-issue miniseries. And if this is miniseries, and if it is, then this is the penultimate issue. And as you see, it features the Punisher and the Hulk for no particular reason whatsoever. Here is a variant cover by Jeff Shaw. And they are calling this the, Jeff Shaw variant. Wow, there we go. Put a lot of thought into that. Here we have a Marcos Martin variant. And that's it. Here we have Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. Now, yes, I know it says Dark Horse, but it's Star Wars, and Disney owns Star Wars, and while they might outsource or whatever, I mean, technically, Marvel, whatever. I mean, I could have put it in Dark Horse. Probably should have, but I missed it. Whatever. Deal with it. Bad Batch. Actually, let me see what it says here. Where is Dark Horse? There it is. Oh, this must have been a thing where it came out last week. And yes, here we go. The Bad Batch Rogue Agents number 4. The Bad Batch find themselves in Aura Singh's crosshairs once again. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything. Cover by Valeria Favocia. Written by Michael Morokai. And Reese Hannigan did the pencils. Okay. Uncanny X-Men number 32, Killers from Space. And look at Rogue on there. Thank God there's no playing cards. Oh, wait, he's there. Never mind, I take it back. You always got to put him on things. Jesus Christ, enough with this. Gail Simone, Jim Toe, Roger Antonio, Frederica Manson. There's 3 artists in this book. Why is that? Luciano Vecchio did the cover. And, yeah, I don't know. Rogue looks a little possessed. He has no pupils there, so I don't know what's going on. It says Killers from Space. The invasion has begun, and the exterminators are here. Can even the might of the combined Uncanny X-Men stem the tide of the terror from the stars? And what is the true mission of the alien force attacking Louisiana? It's mutation versus mutant in glorious cerebro color. Okay. Here we have a variant cover by Emma Lupacchino. And then we have an Alex Ross Marvel Dimensions variant featuring some of the well, I don't want to say OG because, I mean, while Jean is back there, this is the second wave Colossus, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Storm from 70s. And then we have this. I like this. And I know it's the artist's style, and I'm okay with that. But I just didn't. I don't know. She's looking a little thin there, so I was like, but this is Alexander Lozano, and this is the what are they calling this? I think it's 80s Rogue variant, and yeah, that's a pretty cool pinball machine too. If they made something like that, I might get it. Wolverine number 24, Dan Panosian. I don't even have to look that up. I could see his name there, right there. Did this cover featuring, and that is who is that? That's Puck. Is that Jean? That's not Jean. That's Alpha Flight. Why would Jean be on the cover? And Aurora. And is that what's her face? No, that's not. Oh, wait, she does have pointy ears too. Marina? I can't remember her name. She's from the OG Alpha Flight. I thought she died. But War of the Wounds, Wolverine. Oh no, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to read that. But yeah, this is issue number 24. Javier Pina did this variant featuring. Yeah, this has got to be Alpha Flight. So that isn't Jean. Unless, oh no, that's Heather. That's got to be Heather McDonald. And I think Vindicator, she might be calling herself. I don't know. They kept switching the name of that character for some reason. And here's a Alexander Lozano 80s variant, also 80s Wolverine variant is what they're calling this. And then there is this In-Hyuk Lee Marvel Snap swimsuit variant featuring X-23. Let's see if that's what they say. Oh, they didn't even say who it is. Okay. Wonder Man. Wonder Man number 5. This is the final issue. And it says, all, period, falls, period, down. Simon Williams is doing his best, but he steps behind. Who is at fault for all of the chaos and death circling Wonder Man's world? Will they, won't they with Hellcat? Will they? What? Will they, won't they with Hellcat? Will they? Okay. LA's greatest superhero saves the day. He does save the day, right? Right? That's what the synopsis genuinely says. Jerry Dugan, Phil Noto, story and art. Marco Cicchetto doing this cover too. Hey Marco, how about doing some interior, please? More? I mean, covers are nice, but interior is better. We'll get it. Avengers number 1. X-Men for the week. This is the final book. X-Men: The Hellfire Murder number 1. Oh no. Who was in that chalk outline? Written by Gail Simone, Jed McKay, Erica Schultz, Saladin Ahmed, Eve L. Ewing. So what, this is going to be an anthology type deal? Let's see. No. Okay. It's a jam issue then. What a jam issue is when there's a bunch of different people get together and just churn out one issue. You know, they all draw the same storyline. They don't do like separate stories. You know what I mean? Like anthologies. So that's what this looks to be. Good. Let it be that way. Homicide at the Hellfire Gala. When an iconic mutant power player is murdered at an exclusive masquerade hosted by Sebastian Shaw, it falls to Wolverine and Jubilee to solve a locked room mystery that has dire consequences for all mutant kind. Everyone is a suspect, and the party isn't over yet. ... There you go. There is a variant cover by Scotty Young. And lastly, we have an awesome variant featuring Mystique by In-Hyuk Lee. And this is also a Marvel Snap swimsuit variant. Over in the Independents, we have this Avatar, The Last Airbender. The Kyoshi Warrior, number 3. As I try to find Dark Horse. And is this another one? This is another one. Okay. This is the final issue of this book. Hopefully, they'll do more. Daniel Wearies did the cover. Brandon Huang, and I can't even pronounce this, so I'm not even going to try. Bouma, B-O-U-M-A. I don't know how to pronounce the first name, but they were responsible for the writing and the art, as you can see it on the cover there. So if you have a big monitor you're looking at, there you go. Here we have Godzilla versus San Diego. Please, Godzilla, destroy it. Spare no one. Who did the cover there? They said it's Ward. Is it Christian? It is. Christian Ward did this cover right here. I saw Ward and I'm like, is this Christian? And it was. Stan Sakai, wow, did the writing. That's featuring stories by Stan Sakai, Greg and Fake, I guess. Or Greg and Fake, I don't know, it's F-A-K-E. Santos Sisters, and more. Okay. Hey. Yes, more Godzilla, please. This is a variant cover, and it is by... Who is it by? I'm trying to find it here. There we go. Oh, Ron Lim. I saw Lim, but I wasn't sure it was Ron, but it is Ron Lim. Here we have Sicko, number 1. And this is... I can't even Where's the logo there? Because it's very, very tiny. Unlock the... I don't even know what company this is. But I can tell you that Teenie Howard did the writing, and Amisar Pina did the art. And frankly, it is Ignition. Here we go. Oops. Frankly, the only reason that I ordered it is because of the art. I like the cover, and the interior is more of the same. So I will give you at least the beginning of the synopsis. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, at least. That's what healthy people say. So apparently when she, this character here on the cover, when she, well, I'll let you find out. It goes into more detail, but I'm not going to read it. But it's issue number 1. And then we have issue number 300 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And on this book, there are a variety of covers. Surprise, surprise. This one here is by Freddie Williams II. And wait a minute, where is it? There we go. Oh my goodness, yes. Where are they? Where are they? There's a ton. There's a ton. Look at them. Here we have Eastman and Laird. Eastman and Laird. Let me say that again. Eastman and Laird doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover. More, please. This one here is by Frank Miller. Yes, that Frank Miller. And then, last but not least, J. Scott Campbell. You knew he was going to draw April, right? I mean, he wasn't just going to draw the Turtles. Come on. But, yes. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of this delayed stream. I apologize. I had technical difficulties at the beginning. The sound wasn't coming out, which is weird because I don't touch the settings at all for OBS. And the way I do it, I had it all set up, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why the audio wasn't streaming. I just don't know. But I fixed it, and here we are. So I'm glad y'all tuned in. Whoever's watching it live, thank you. Thank you for that like. Because apparently there's an algorithm. I saw a video where someone, I guess there's an AI function feature on YouTube, and I haven't really interacted with it or not, but it was a little telling on itself, and it was talking about engagement and how in the first half hour of the video you're supposed to do these things to capture somebody or something like that. And it's like, really? Like, I just want to stream and talk about things, and I'm not gonna be provocative or clickbaity to get people to watch the stream. Like, you either want to watch me or you don't. You're interested in what I'm saying or you're not. That's it. I mean, it's really bizarre why some people chase that stuff. I mean, I'm showing you covers. That's it. And giving my thoughts and giving you information, letting you know what the story is about or who's drawing it, or, trying to be informational. Like, there's nothing that needs to be, I don't know. Just weird. It's weird what things that people do to, I don't know. Anyways, if you are local and you are watching me, you are within the sound of my voice, you hear me on the stream, and you've seen something that you would like to get, I highly recommend you getting in touch with me and letting me know, hey, I'd like to get that Moon Knight number 6 that just passed by, or this Action Comics number 1100, or that Air to the Sea, or the Zatanna, or whatever you see on the screen right now. Get in touch with me, let me know what you want, and I will put it aside for you and hold it till you can get here tomorrow so it does not sell out. Because starting on Mondays is when I start getting messages saying, hey, put this aside for me, I'll be in on Wednesday to get it, and I do. That's the best I can do for you, because this is like the Wild West now. Since the pandemic, they used to make extras. They don't anymore. What you get is what you get, and that's it. So if I sell out of this Detective Comics, That's it. Chances are they're not going to have more. I won't be able to reorder any. Or this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 300, or sorry, number 20, but 300, won't be able to do it. So what I order is what I can get. And sometimes, even if stuff I order, sometimes I don't get it. So, you know, I'm working with what I can work with, but I will be more than happy to put it aside for you. Go to direct.me/rowcomics, and that is the easiest, least effort. That's the most effortless way to get in touch with me. All you got to do is hit one of the buttons there to go to whatever social media you participate in, and just send me a message through that. I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. All 4 of those things are against my will. You could also email, you can also call me. Well, not now, but you can call me tomorrow. Well, actually, I would prefer a message. That way I don't forget and there's a record and I remember what I'm supposed to do. Never mind call. You can call me. I mean, if you want to have a conversation, we can do that. Even though apparently I'm a negative person and I don't engage with people, I don't talk to people or whatever. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But feel free. If you want to do it the hard way, then you can go to Facebook and type in Row Comics CT and it'll bring you there, and then you can do the DM, or you can go to Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok and then type in Row Comics and then, you know, go that way. But the easiest way, direct.me/rowcomics. Okay? Because I like things easy too. Trust me, this is not an easy world. And whenever you can have these shortcuts that can make things easy for you, then that's what you do. Yeah. So, thank you for watching. And there's going to be some good stuff tomorrow. And hopefully there won't be... Actually, you know what? Let me check. Let me check now. I'll even actually give you the weather report, because hopefully it won't be raining as much as it did today, tomorrow. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, we only got an hour of rain, though. Oh, of course, at 3 when I open. So, well, it'll be short. But there's good books. It's worth coming out. That's it. I'm done. Thanks for tuning in. Next week won't be as discombobulated, hopefully. I will not touch any of these settings, and hopefully the show will go off without a hitch instead of with a hitch. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. If you're watching on the replay, thanks for that. I will see you next week, hopefully. Have a great new comic book day.